A man sat in a castle in England and announced he has slept with 2,500 women, and then admitted he can only do it one way. We all know who I'm talking about. 2,500 women. One position. Do the math on that for me, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Reality Recaps Unfiltered. I'm Ruby, and you already know the deal. The last resort is not a vacation. It's couples on the edge of divorce being cracked open in a castle. And this week, the show handed everyone an intimacy assignment and let the armor fall off. Season 3, Episode 4, titled, Let Down Your Last Armor. We've got Sarper's numbers that broke the whole room, Russ admitting he finishes first and leaves, Guillermo crying through a breakthrough and then announcing he's leaving anyways, and Shekinah declaring war on two men at once. So let's get into it. I have to lead with Sarper because it's all anyone can talk about, and frankly, the math is still keeping me up. In the intimacy session, Sarper, Shekinah's already estranged husband, revealed two facts back to back. One, he claims to have slept with 2,500 women. Two, he only does missionary. It's because in any other position, he can't finish. 2,500 times. The same way. Every single time. He said 99% of the women he's been with got the same exact experience. Said he can last 15 minutes, and I'm quoting, or until the credits of a porno. The room lost it because Kara asked out loud, how does that thing not fall off? Rebecca said her, and I'll keep it clean, her nonsense meter was going off at the number. As was mine, Rebecca, as was mine. Now, here's the actual progress buried in a comedy. Shekinah got to pick 3 positions for Sarper to try as homework. And Sarper, he liked a cowgirl position, and he was actually able to finish in a different way. Shekinah called it progress, and she said she hoped it might lead him to speaking to her in a nicer manner and controlling his anger. And that isn't the tell. It really isn't. She's not really talking about positions. She's talking about being treated gently. The bedroom was never a problem with these two. The real problem is how he talks with her with clothes on. Two people who already separated, looking for one small door back in. I'm watching you guys. Now, Russ and Paola, because the other headline this week was just as blunt. Russ said he likes missionary. Paola said he's too quick. And then Russ said the quiet part with his chest, I satisfy myself first. And then Paola turned to the room and told her what that means. She waits for him to fall asleep, and then she goes and finishes herself. She brought a vibrator to the castle because, ladies and gentlemen, she had to. Oh, it's nice to see the romance between those two. Kara called what it was just rude, to leave women with nothing. Russ defended himself by saying Paola never gives him feedback, so he can't improve. And the therapist looked at both of them and delivered the verdict of the night. Russ seems to be a bad lover, and Paola has bad communication, and that combination is not a good one. He's not wrong, though. You can't fix what nobody will name. Russ is fumbling in the dark, and Paola won't turn on a light. Their homework was to find 8 body parts to stimulate, and Russ agreed to a toy. And with one rule, and I quote, nothing involving the butt. Noted, Russ. I love that you have boundaries. I respect that about you. Now, Kara and Guillermo, this one actually broke my heart a little. After last week's blow up over Kara's content, this episode gave them a real moment. Kara said she still hopes to be, her words, getting smashed in her 60s the way Jenny is. Guillermo said She said sex was always a bright spot for them, even at their worst, and Guillermo agreed and hoped it could be a small bridge back over everything else. Their homework was simple. Meditate together, hold hands, and at the end say, "I'm thankful for you." And it landed. Kara cried. They both said they meant it. And then, right after, Guillermo said, "I think it's time for me to go now." Right after. He said that even with his new empathy, Kara has done so much wrong that it's hard to see her in a positive light. That he still needs to feel a connection with her. "Guillermo, mijo, you just held her hands and said you were thankful for her, and she believed you. You cannot hand someone a bridge and set it on fire in the same afternoon. Either the breakthrough was real or it wasn't, and the cruelty is making her wonder which." I don't know where this one goes, ladies and gentlemen, but I know that a woman deserves consistency, and she's not getting it clearly. Quickly, the rest. Patrick took the hot seat and finally got his answer, asked if he over-masturbates, and he said, "I do not, but I have." Asked if he pushes for sex and won't take no. He said, "Yeah, but I do take no for an answer." And the verdict came down. He has a high sex drive, not a sex addict. Both he and Thais were relieved to know it. Patrick, ever the salesman, "I've been a salesman my whole life. Rejection is the part of the game." Do your homework. Do your tantric yoga, Patrick, please. Let's get into Jenny and Sumit. Sumit says he likes changes in the bedroom and gets aroused just looking at Jenny. And Jenny admitted she's the loud one, which made things harder at her parents' house. "I miss it," she says. Their homework was to have sex, like animals. Growling included. Go off, Jenny. Rawr. And Rebecca and Zied. Zied loves the dirty talk. Rebecca's a little shy about it, so his homework is to write down what he'd love to hear you say. Gentle, sweet, even, a nice island in a chaotic sea. But I cannot live without the fight that sets up at everything next week, because Shekinah has declared war, ladies and gentlemen. She turned on Guillermo for how he shamed Kara, because she doesn't think that he's a good guy. That Kara can, quote, do better. Then Patrick poured gas on it by telling Guillermo that if he divorced Kara, he'd walk away with half of the money from her online profits. Real helpful, Patrick. Real helpful. And then Shekinah unloaded on him for it, called him a shit talker. She said that he likes to broadcast his simple-minded opinions, like everyone needs them. Told him she hated every word out of his mouth and asked Guillermo to, please don't be friends with him. That's not a disagreement, that's a fuse. And next week, it hits the powder. All right, let me land this chaotic plan. A number nobody believed. A vibrator nobody should have needed. A breakthrough that got torched on arrival. And a war that just got declared at full volume. The armor came down this week, ladies and gentlemen, and what was underneath was messy humans, and they were occasionally hilarious, in my opinion. All right, that's the show, and we are not looking away. Patreon link is in the description. $5 a month gets you early access and full conversations. $10 is a super fan. $25 is executive producer with your name on the credits. Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want you to drop your opinions on this question. Is Sarper's 2,500 count real, exaggerated, or fully invented? Pick a number and defend it. I'll read the best ones out. Thanks for tuning in to Reality Recaps Unfiltered. I am your host, Ruby B, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.